Okay, so it's time to get serious. I know this image is gonna make a lot of people get mad and, be furious and angry. I've seen this. Like, people get really angry as soon as they see Trump. They don't even find it funny, which is why that kind of bothers me because this is just an image. This is just me playing around with some figures. Like, really, I've seen this. Like, I've been making videos about my English lessons, so I've been teaching English, and I just show this, and some people start immediately getting, like being angry and stuff. Immediately being angry, like hating. Like, why is this? Like, why do people get so easily triggered by something that makes absolutely no sense? Another human being. It's just a human being, right? So people think, oh no, I hate this man, and they start hating. This is just because they hate themselves. Hatred. I know it's kind of hard taking me serious with all these masks and stuff, but hatred can only can only come from people, who are hurt or just not complete and not just it's just stupidity and ignorance. I don't care if it's Trump, I don't care if it's whoever. You see? I've seen it. Okay. I'm not gonna hate. Yeah, I mean, I really was trying to get down with some video concept idea that I had in my mind that I wanted to put on a video, which is about, why I have a podcast and what is my responsibility with this recordings and like really I wanted to get into it, but there's just so much things going on at the same time, and there's just so many things that I can play around with, like this and this, you know. I can be Spider-Man and I can be Santa Claus, I guess. So I'm trying to address this really serious and important topic, you know, but I just cannot get to it. I'm Pikachu now, and now I'm Peppa Pig, and okay, so what do I really want to talk about? What I really want to say is, um, nowadays everybody's got a podcast. Everyone can just start their own show. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I have my podcast, because that's the thing we do now. Just people just do that. So I'm like, why am I not going to have a podcast if I can afford it? I'll just have my podcast. That's it. And then I'm sick of people like, they're all like, oh, I want to have a podcast so that I can make it big and be a star. And I want to like make a lot of money and it's good business. And that's why I want to have a podcast. And people think, you know, that's why I do it too. And that's not what I do, why I do it. I'm not thinking about being famous or like really. And I know everyone is like saying this, like todo el mundo dice esto siempre, Pero I mean it this time. Like this is true. Like, if I were like, si me estuviera fijando en los views and stuff, no me lo divertiría ni siquiera, you know? I wouldn't even like have fun. So why do I do it then? It's just because that's what people do now, really. Like, and I come from a family which has been involved with media and politics and news and entertainment for like 200 years. Everybody knows that. That's no secret. So this is my outlet for journalism. You see, this is my outlet for my creativity. That's all it is. So I'm sick of people like judging me and telling me your podcast got to be like this or your podcast got to be like that. or else you're not gonna have an audience, right? So this is a really tricky thing, like audience numbers. I care about who's around me in real life. I care about my environment, my surroundings, my people, my family, my friends. So when I make a video and my mom watches it and my friends watch it, that's it. That's all I need. I don't need to get two thousands of people or millions of people. I don't need to make a living out of this. That's all I'm saying. So if I choose to spend my money, okay. Let me get to the point. So right now I have the need to communicate my feelings, right? So that's a really tricky situation. A lot of people, like everyone who's come, has been involved with the podcast. Everyone who's been involved with the podcast, yeah, they're always like just having a good time, enjoying it, and everybody likes it. It's just such a great experience. Like, I mean, what's not to like? You know, you get together with friends, have a conversation. You know, you can have a drink, you can have some pizza, just watch some videos. Share ideas, share knowledge, grow, meet people, broadcast, use technology. You can start different projects like photo shoots and videos, like video shoots, traveling. It's just such a wonderful experience, and I see why people like it. However, yeah, there's always some however. There are like specifically two people, two persons who were part of the show and stuff, and I don't want to get into it again. They were part of the original show. And now, I mean, I've had a lot of people in the show and stuff, but I feel the need to get through to these people, and they are like kind of like they are like kind of like got everything wrong, and they're just I got we got into a misunderstanding. That's the thing. So it's about time I let it go. I know, I understand. So I'm just gonna let it go. But I'm telling you, I just want to say it. Like, if they're here listening to this, if you girls are listening to this, then it's meant to be. And that's what I feel like. Just don't be stupid. Just don't be stupid. I'm sorry. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad person. I'm not the bad guy here. I just made a mistake. That's what human beings do. And I'm just saying sorry. And I'm just saying I feel that that this needs to be fixed. This needs to be repaired. And I'm willing to pay reparations. That's what reparations are about, you know? I'm willing to be accountable. I just feel that this is not over. And I need to make an effort to patch things up so that we can, start moving forward again. You know, the problem is some people have some wrong ideas. And, I'm not against the podcast growing and being big and being, and selling stuff and making money. I'm not against that. That's just not the reason why I do this. I'm not against it. So, some of the people who were involved in the show actually wanted this to grow and be a big hit and a big success. And I'm not against it. I mean, I could work for that. That's okay. So that's it. I just want you back, girls. Please come back. I'm sorry. I fucked it up. I'm not going to do it again. Having said that, that's probably over. And now I'm moving on, and I found a new cast. I have a new cast, And I'm gonna be in Miami. I'm gonna be in Miami for New Year's. I'm gonna be podcasting. I'm gonna be recruiting some new models and all, and just moving on, I guess. That's what it is. And I'm just gonna continue to fulfill my dream of having my outlet, my journalist outlet. I'm being a journalist right now. I mean, why not? Why the heck not? Am I not allowed to? Is it not my right? Yeah, it's what it is. I walk, I actually want to finish things up by saying, if you want to come, you are welcome to come. Expect craziness, expect, going wild, expect, non-traditional, whatever. I expect just a space to be yourself. But what I really want to say is that, yeah, I'm, it is what it is, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna keep with doing my thing, just, and you can just keep, you know, and I'm just gonna be, yeah, around. Okay.